My name is Ido. Let me tell you the story of how my father, Osanobua, the god of creation, sent me and my siblings down to the world. In the beginning, the world was void and filled with darkness. Then my father, Osanobua, the great god of creation, brought light to the world. Next, he sent me and my siblings down to earth to rule over the world on his behalf. Before we left heaven, Osanobua gave us all a gift to take to earth. My brother Olokun chose wealth. My other brother Ogun chose knowledge. And my sister Obievem chose wisdom. When it was my turn, there was only one thing left, an old snail shell filled with sand. I pondered on whether to take the shell or not, but then a hornbill appeared by my side and whispered encouragement to me. So I took the shell and traveled to earth in my boat, as my siblings had done before me. When we arrived on earth, we discovered that Osanobua had created water and sky, but there was no land. Immediately, I knew what I needed to do. I poured the sand out of the snail shell into the water before me, and as I did so, there was an explosion from the bottom of the water that forced volumes of sand to gush out of the water and fill up the space around us for as far as the eyes could see. The sand solidified into dry land and began to stretch out into the distance. With that explosion, 4 elements were created. Water, air, fire, and land were set in place. All this time, we were still in our boats, and because I hesitated in coming out, the chameleon offered to test the firmness of the land. And this is why, till today, the chameleon walks with hesitation. When I saw how firm the land was, I boldly stepped onto the land. Immediately, my spirit form changed into a physical form, and I was able to walk on this land. My siblings followed suit, but they remained in their spirit form and floated. Osanobua was impressed with my boldness, so he made me the god of the land and called it Igodo. As the new Ogier, my other siblings had to ask me for land in exchange for the gifts they had brought with them. Olokun refused to share his wealth with me. Instead, he took it to the seas and became the god of the seas. Ogun and Obievem shared their knowledge and wisdom with me, and in turn, I gave them a share of the land. Ogun became the god of iron and war, and Obievem became goddess of farming and fertility. Soon, I discovered that the land was rich and full of beauty. I settled in it and became its first Ogier, ruler of Igodo.